Welcome to Microsoft PowerPoint. When you first open PowerPoint, you are given template options for the presentation you are going to create. You can choose any template you wish for your presentation, but it is good to start with the blank presentation as you can always change the template and the look of the presentation later. Once you choose a template and open it, you will see a blank page with the selected template design with a bar at the top called the ribbon and a bar on the left called the navigation pane. The ribbon in PowerPoint is fairly similar to the ribbon in Word and other Microsoft Office programs. It is divided into 9 tabs, and each tab is further divided into categories. Some of the sections have clickable arrows for more options. The ribbon and navigation pane together provide quick and easy access to content and settings so that the presentations are easily editable. The tabs you will likely use the most often in PowerPoint are the File, Home, and Insert tabs. However, you will use the Designs, Transitions, Animations, and Slideshow tabs regularly when designing the appearance and setup of the presentation and running the slideshow. Under the File tab, you will see a drop-down menu with the new window that provides options for working with PowerPoint and presentations. In this section, you can open, save, print or share presentations, and find information about the presentation and program. The Home tab is the default tab and is the tab that will be highlighted when you first open PowerPoint. The Home tab contains 5 sections. In these 5 sections, you can access the basic functions for working with the slides in the presentations, including adding slides, changing slide layout, and formatting font and paragraphs. Since PowerPoint is designed for showing presentations, you will commonly use the bullets and numbering in the paragraph section so that you can present facts in a concise manner. The Insert tab allows you to add a variety of things to your presentation so as to improve its appearance and to engage an audience. Under this tab, you can add slides, tables, pictures, charts, text boxes, equations, and audio and video. The Design, Transitions, Animations, and Slideshow tabs include all the options for creating a professional presentation that engages an audience. These tabs allow you to insert a template design for one or all of your slides. Insert visual transitions between slides, insert animations for text and objects, edit the settings for transitions and animations, and set up and play the slideshow. We will come back to these tabs while creating our presentation. Now that we have covered the basic layout of PowerPoint, we will begin creating a presentation. With PowerPoint, the first slide you typically produce is your title slide. So when you open PowerPoint and open the blank template, it gives you the layout of a title slide. So all we have to do is insert our title where it says Add Title, and I will call my presentation PowerPoint Tutorial. And for the subtitle, I will put my name, Sean Roselle. So that's all we need for our title slide. Now we can add our second slide by either going to New Slide on the Insert tab that we're already on, or we can go to the Home tab and do the same. But since we're already on the Insert tab, to make things easy, we'll do it here. Before you create your new slide, you want to have an idea of what you want to put on the slide so that you can choose the proper layout. In this case, I want to have 2 content boxes. So I will click on this slide and it will add the slide with 2 content boxes. Now in the top text box, I want to put my title. So for this one, I will name the slide Common Sports. Now for my content, I want to have a picture representing sports and I want some bullets representing common sports. So in my left box here, I am going to put a picture. Now I can either add a picture by clicking on Online Pictures in the box, or I can go back up to Insert and do the same. But since it's already here for me, for ease of access, I will click on Online Pictures here. Now I am looking for a picture of sports, so I can just type in sports in the search box and then click on and insert a picture that I like. So here we have a soccer ball for our picture, and then in the right box I want to put some bullets that talk about common sports. So I'm just going to name a couple common sports, starting with football, basketball, soccer, and baseball. Now right now my slide looks kind of plain, so what I can do, I can add some animation, I can add some sound to my slide to make it more engaging. So if I want to add animation to my picture, I click on the picture and then go up to the Animations tab on the top of my ribbon. I am given options of what I can do with my animation for the soccer ball. I can even click on the down arrow to add more. I just want to do a simple animation in this case, so I am going to have the soccer ball fly in. So I just click on fly in and now the animation is created. Now I can also maybe add sound to the slide to add some engagement. So to add the sound, I just go back to Insert and click on Audio. Now I can add the audio from my own voice, or I can add audio that is already on my computer, or I can once again search for audio like I did for pictures. So once again, I want some audio related to sports. So in the search box, I will put sports, and then I will look for something that sounds like it will work for my slide. So I am going to click on the referee whistle and click on Insert. Now I can move the little speaker off to the side so it's not in the way of text or the picture. And when I am clicked on it, I have some options. I can start it on the click, or I can start it automatically. So I am going to start it automatically so I don't have to worry about clicking on the icon. Now we have added animation and sound to this slide, and we have all our content. So we are going to move on to our next slide. Once again, I can add a slide either by going to Insert or Home. So I will do it from the Home tab this time. And I want my next slide to look like this slide. So I am going to click on To Content. On this slide, I am going to create a table and a chart. So I am going to call this slide Data. In my left text box, I want to put my table. So I can either click on the table that is already in the box, or I can go to Insert and click on Table there. Once again, for ease of access, I'll just click on Insert Table in the text box. Now before I create my table, I need to know how many columns and rows I want to have. In this case, I want to have 2 columns and I want to have 5 rows. Now I'm going to click on OK. And now for the top row, I am going to give that a title for each column. So for the first column, I am going to put sport, and for the second one, I am going to put number of players. Now, to navigate between the cells, I can either click or I can navigate with my arrow keys. So for the first sport, I will do football, and then basketball, soccer, and baseball. And for the number of players, I will use some fictitious simple numbers. So for football, I will put 261, basketball 380, soccer 191, and baseball 125. So now I have my table, and in my other text box, I am going to put my chart. So once again, I can click on the chart in the text box, or I can do it under the Insert tab. And for this chart, I want to have a pie graph. So I will click on pie graph, click on OK, and we'll insert my pie graph and bring up some cells to put my data. So in this case, I am going to copy the table that I already have and do football, basketball, soccer, and baseball. And now we're not doing cells, we're doing participants. So we will click on cells and change that to participants. And then we will put our numbers that we have in our other table. And when we're all done, we can just click on the X. And now we have our pie graph of the percentage of participants for each sport. Now, when you want to go and present your slide, you may not know exactly what you want to talk about when you see this slide. So you can go down below and click on Notes and put some information about what you want to present. For example, you can talk about how basketball is the most popular sport because the most players play basketball. Now that we have this slide finished, we are going to add one last slide, and this is going to be our final slide. So we are just going to do a simple title only and call it End. Now that you're done with all your content in the slides, you want to go ahead and put all the finishing touches on it. So for one, we want to check that we spelled everything correctly. So we can go to the Review tab and click on Spelling, and it says that we are all good to go, so spelling is good. Now we can add some of the fun stuff to our presentation, such as transitions. So if we go to the top and click on Transitions, we can add any transition we want. We can scroll down and look at more transitions, but we want to keep it simple so it's not distracting. So we will just do a fade, and we want to apply it to all the slides. So we click on Apply to All on the side. And then we also do not just want plain black and white slides, so that is kind of a boring look. So what we can do, we can go to our Design tab and we can scroll over the different designs and choose one that we like. So in this case, I will choose this one here, and we can kind of click on each slide and make sure that it looks okay. And it seems to look okay. So now we want to go ahead and insert a footer so that we have information for our presentation on each slide. So we're going to click on Header and Footer in the Insert tab, and we're going to put the slide number, and we are going to put a footer of my name. And then we want to apply it to all, so we click on Apply to All, and now we have my name and the page number on each slide. Finally, now that we have everything done with our slides, we want to go ahead and click on File and save it. Now I am going to save it simply to my desktop for ease of access. So Computer, Desktop, and it's already named for me. I like that name, so I will just click on Save. And when it's done saving, we'll go back to my slideshow. So now if I want to, I can also go to the file and print my slideshow. And if I click on Print, I will get some options for printing, and I can print all the slides. I can print full page slides, I can print one-sided, I can print things such as notes pages, outlines, so if I want to hand it out, I can do something like that. Finally, when I go to show my slideshow, I just go to the top of the ribbon and click on slideshow, and I want to view it from the beginning. And to scroll through the slideshow, I can either click or I can use my arrow keys. And that is the end of the slideshow, and that is Microsoft PowerPoint. Thank you.